from News Channel 13, Big Board Sports with Rodger Wyland.
Coming up on Big Board Sports, the roadmap to the NFL Super Bowl. And the Jets had to go through Detroit. Giants trying to kick the Cowboys while they are down. Paul Ewing talks Siena basketball, and Brendan Morrison on the Rats next. Hello, everybody. I'm Rodger Wyland, and welcome to Big Board Sports. Nice to have you with us. We'll get you to that. Happy holidays, too, by the way, folks. We'll get you to the Patrick Ewing story in a moment. If you haven't heard yet, he will miss the rest of the season with a dislocated bone in his right wrist. So we'll see how they survive without Ewing. First, though, the NFL weekend and the regular season is now over. 6 teams were scrambling to fill those final 4 playoff spots. If the Jets were going to make the postseason, they had to beat the Lions today in Detroit, and they had to contain somewhat Barry Sanders. And early on, hey, everything worked. Neil O'Donnell off the flea flicker here to Wayne Krabet for 22 yards. And then Adrian Morrell from 14 yards out. A big hole opens up on the left side. 10-0 Jets. 10-3 Jets at the half. Sanders with just 20 yards in the first half, but 3 second-half interceptions by the Jets. 1 coming up by Neil O'Donnell to start things off. And then Parcells, all year long, has used or has tried to use the backup QB special teamer, Ray Lucas, and he comes through here with a big completion to Kyle Brady, and things were working pretty well. But why did Lucas stay in the game? I don't know. Jets were driving for a touchdown, made the big completion, go back to O'Donnell. He's the one that was having a great game. Instead, they leave the inexperienced Lucas in. He throws the interception, picked off by Ron Rice. But here is the story that New York fans are talking about. 1st and goal at the 9. Leon Johnson, halfback pass, throws into coverage, but Bryant Westbrook doesn't have control. Watch again. This is just a horrible call. That's why we need instant replay, folks. That was, he did not have control at all of that football. Sanders, though, would get loose late in the game, became only the 3rd running back in NFL history to rush for over 2,000 yards in a season. 53-yarder there to ice the game. He had 184 yards on the day, and with 2,053, is now 2nd on the all-time rushing list behind Eric Dickerson. 13-10, Lions with the win. The Jets finished the season 9-7.
And that cost us the opportunity. I thought our players fought hard. The game was going along pretty much as we hoped.
We came a long way from where we were last year, no doubt about it. But, you know, I'm one to look at it. You know, it really doesn't pay off unless you play in January. You know, that's how I look at a successful season. I mean, playing in the playoffs, because once you get in the playoffs, anything can happen.
So all in all, really a remarkable year for the Jets, because they went from 1-15 to 9-7, but don't make the playoffs. Now, let me update the injury to Detroit linebacker Reggie Brown, number 59 here, injured in this collision in the 4th quarter while trying to assist on a tackle to Adrian Morrell. He was knocked unconscious with what appeared to be a head injury. The stadium went silent. The players, as you can see there, were visibly shaken on both sides. Brown was taken off in an ambulance. Now, the latest is doctors say that Brown has a bruised spine. A CAT scan has revealed no fracture, and it's encouraging news. He has regained consciousness and has movement in all 4 limbs, with more tests to be conducted tomorrow. That is very good news out of Detroit tonight. All right, here's the playoff schedule now. Saturday, 4 o'clock, ABC, Jacksonville at Denver. That is the 4 o'clock game. Also, Miami, New England, and the winner, that they will play tomorrow night. The winner will host that playoff game. That'll be Sunday at noon right here on NBC and News Channel 13. And then in the AFC, first-round byes go to Kansas City and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, as you know, the Giants are in the playoffs today. They completed a last-to-first scenario with a 20-7 win in Dallas. I mean, they last in the division a year ago, first this season, and that NFC East title. Cowboys, I think they're already looking for a new head coach. Barry Switzer is certainly not going to be around as the head coach next season. The Giants went right to work. Danny Canal, 21 yards to Chris Callaway, 10-0 Giants after 1. The Dallas offense do much. Michael Irvin, yeah, he's actually shedding a few tears. Only had 2 receptions today. Troy Aikman was picked off by Jason Sehorn. Aikman was eventually benched in favor of Jason Garrett. Hard to believe this is the same Dallas team that was so dominant. That interception led to Rodney Hampton, who missed 14 games this year with a knee injury, scoring his first touchdown of the season, 49th career. He had his spans there, surpassing Joe Morris as the Giants' all-time rushing touchdown leader, 20-0 at that point. Cannell only played a half, and then Dave Brown came in and picked up right where he left off at the beginning of the season. Didn't he fumble the snaps all through training camp as well? Fumbled there. Dallas recovered. Emmitt Smith went in from 4 yards out. That made it 20-7. That's how it ended. Tito Wooten, get out the broom, baby. It's a clean sweep. Giants becoming the first team in the NFC East to complete a season without a loss in the division. Their final regular season record, 10-5-1. The Giants will host a first-round playoff game Saturday against Minnesota.
I'm very proud of this team. I mean, I think when we started the season, we may have had very high aspirations of what we wanted to accomplish and goals and all those things, but there wasn't a lot of people that realistically thought we could do it, and probably rightfully so. But they persevered, they kept fighting, and I think it was kind of the topping to it all today to come down here and play a game that didn't mean anything to us as far as going into the playoffs or any of those things, and our guys showed a lot of character, a lot of fight.
Now, here's something that will be meaningful. Saturday, 12:30 on ABC. The Vikings come to the Meadowlands to take on the Giants. Then the other game, Sunday, 4 o'clock on the Fox, the Detroit Lions against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting the first-round buys, the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. More football coming up in just a moment. But the other real big story out of New York today, the Knicks facing the rest of the season, including the playoffs, without their star center, Patrick Ewing, done for the season. Here's how it unfolded if you didn't see it last night. Suffered a dislocated bone in his right wrist as the Knicks lost in Milwaukee 98-78. Ewing hurt there attempting to dunk an alley-oop from Charles Ward. That came late in the first half. Patrick has only missed 20 games over the last 10 seasons. They don't even guarantee him that he'll be ready for the 1998 season. Ewing had emergency surgery today. Obviously, the Knicks can't possibly survive without Patrick Ewing.
Apart from a little pulled groin last year, I've been, I held up pretty well, pretty good, and I'm disappointed, to be hurt and not be able to play.
I feel for him. I know how much effort he's given to this team, and I know how hard he's worked for this year. And he's just going to have to, heal and get back when he can.
Well, that's a tough one. Chris Dudley and Buck Williams, according to Jeff Van Gundy, will replace Ewing. Good luck on that front. And as the Knicks now are, I'm sure, going to struggle, the Rangers continue to lose. After yesterday's 2-2 tie in Tampa, they were home against the Sabres tonight. Miroslav Shutan with the first goal for the Sabres to make it 1-0. And then Michael Pekka beats Richter to make it 2-0. Dominic Hasek was tremendous in goal. 33 saves, and the Sabres shut out the Rangers 2-0. How long can Coley Campbell hang on to his job? Some other scores tonight: San Jose 4-2 over Anaheim, and locally the Adirondack Red Wings the winner 5-3 over New Haven. All right, back on the NBA now, and Rick Pitino. Is this guy making a difference in Boston with the Celtics? How about in a big way? Rick Pitino, you bet. With the game tied 46 apiece at the half, here come the Celtics. Antoine Walker, 23 points, 15 rebounds against the Clip tonight. That put Boston in front, and then they go on a 32-10 run in the fourth quarter. Ron Mercer the steal ahead to Dana Barros. He had 17. The Celtics win 99-77 and reach the 500 mark for the first time since December of 1995. He's got him playing quite well. Also, Sean Kemp, 24 points, 11 boards. Cleveland beat Utah 106-1. And top 25 college basketball, as expected, Duke with an easy win. Mike Dean and Marquette a winner today, 86-68. I believe Marquette is undefeated. St. Rose men a winner, Jermaine Henderson with 23 points. The Siena women